What's going on, guys? This is Kiseki, and today I'm going to be talking about an interview that Kondo did on Thursday night during the stream. You guys remember, I went over the stream gameplay, but I never went over what Kondo was answering. There was a little interview that Kondo was doing, and the fans were asking him a question live, and he was answering back the answers. So in this particular video, I'm going to be go over the questions they asked him and the answers as well. A huge shout out to CRP from Reddit. He's the guy that translated everything. So I just kind of want to share this with you guys, since I guess you guys are going to be curious what he was saying, what they were asking, and what were his answers. So without further ado, let's go on with it. It says here, with previous Kiseki protagonists confirmed to return in Season 4, would they be seen in the spotlight from raid and co-op? This is a good question. Whoever asks this, man, that's a good question. He says here, Rean will clearly be portrayed as the protagonist, though some might worry that Estelle and others will get less screen time as a result. He laughs, don't worry, this time the story will progress around various parts of the Empire. For example, Estelle and others will be appearing in the prologue. Oh, that's good. That's good news right there. Rean and other Class 7 members will have their own episodes scattered across the Empire. The Special Support Section, Always Group, and Bracers Estelle Group will be active in various places. Within that, there will be power where these various faction groups meet up and work together. The story will progress in such episodic encounters. Estelle and Lois' group will be making a lot of appearances. As for protagonist Rean, given how Season 3 ended, he will indeed be acting in the beginning. But I can safely say he and others will be portrayed sufficiently as the story progresses. So this is actually good news right here. So basically what he's saying here is, I guess different chapters is going to be showing, you're going to be playing with different characters. Let's say chapter 1, the prologue is going to be with Estelle, like he's already said. And then chapter 1 is going to be with the new Class 7. And then basically you're going to see everybody from their own point of view. And then basically by the end of the game, everybody's going to be together, I guess. And then, you know, it's going to be the huge climax of the game. This is actually a really good question. Spoilery, because he already confirmed that in the prologue you're going to have Estelle, Ashiri in the game, so this is kind of a spoiler, but hey man, it was a good question and he honestly answered without dodging it. So moving on to the next question, he says here, from the閃の軌跡series, one scene left the deepest impression on you. He says, there's really a lot and hard to narrow it down, but I have to choose, it will be the scene where Osborn was shot. Oh yeah, that was a good scene on Coastal 1. It was the driving force behind the events before and after it, and also quite a large scale event within the Kiseki series itself. The Code the Top event within the city, Crow being the sniper, the entire episode was very impactful. Also how it affected our same protagonist. For me, I think this scene made the biggest impression on me. So fair enough, he's talking about the scene in Coastal 1, where we find out that Crow with C, and it was kind of obvious due to the name, you know, Crow started with a C and then C. It was kind of easy to make the connection, but moving on, next question. For the entire Kiseki series, which character are you the most attached to? It has to be, he says, he has to be Rean. Oh, to my surprise, man, I don't like Rean. You guys know me, I don't like Rean that much. This whole time, this 5 years, even longer than Estelle. Damn, that's kind of true. I've been with Rean since he entered school until the end of Season 4. There's not really any specific scene line for him, but I just become deeply attached to him during this whole time. While portraying him far longer than others, I feel like he's also been the most human character. I don't know about that one, Kondo, but alright. Estelle was a very pure character, always courageous, grinning throughout her time. In comparison, Rean has a lot of weak and rough elements to him. He's relatable, like how you view your family. You don't always see the good parts. That's kind of a good point. You see each other weak and timid sides too. So in that sense, I'll say I'm even more attached to Rean than either Estelle or Lois. I think Rean is the most deeply and longest portrayed character in Kiseki series. By the way, every time I feel sorry for Rean, like Jamuru, Jakudi, and all the laughs. So that's basically a reference. But basically, he's saying is Kondo favorite MC is Rean. I don't know how to say about it. I mean, you guys know how I feel about Rean. I don't think he is the worst JRPG, but I don't think he's also the greatest out of everybody here, between Estelle, Lois, and Kevin. But moving on, it says here, by Season 4, how would you rank character power levels in Bracer ranking? This is actually another good question. He says, in terms of power levels, I think it's all relative and depends on the situation. So I can really say for certain on that part. About Braces levels, Estelle and Joshua aren't officially A rank yet, to my surprise, yet they're still B rank. Same for Duval. Fee has just started out, so she really hasn't have an established record yet. Now I want to point this out something here. Just because Estelle and Joshua are not officially A rank yet does not mean that they're super weak in terms of, in terms of power levels. Rank in the Bracer world depends on the missions that you do and stuff like that. So the biggest mission that Estelle and Joshua had done was if you guys play the second chapter at the end of it, the biggest mission was shutting down the damn airship that was going up and just shutting down all the orbs and stuff like that. That was the biggest mission they ever done. So I'm assuming they got bumped from D to B automatically due to that mission. But like I said, the Bracer rank does not determine the character powers level, so keep that in mind, guys. Now moving on to the next question, says here, how do you name characters in Kiseki? He says, for the most part, only after we establish the characters' personalities and setting, we give them fitting names. We don't really take names from myth and legend. For example, Odin come from Order since he was still in the sea and blue, but Crow came on wind. He was named near this start. Estelle was named because she shines like the sun. That's kind of cheeky. Joshua from Shadow. Juna was chosen because we initially wanted to name her something that definitely sounded like Erebony Imperial as she's from Crossbell. So fair enough. Nothing much I can say about this particular question, so let's move on here. Next question says here, will we get a閃の軌跡anime adaptation or Divine Nine Figures? This is actually good as well. I think both of those are beyond our scope. Come on, Kondo. But if anyone would like to collaborate with us and take it up, let us know. If anything, we welcome the opportunity given our position. Here's a question that is kind of funny. He says here, Rean's height, 172 centimeters. Actually, that was before his growth. Both time skip, he's 178 centimeters. Everyone's growth during the time out until they leave in the academy. But to have gained 5 centimeters during that time, Rean has quite the growth period. So in feet, that will be like 5.8, something like around there, like 5'8" or something like that. So he's pretty tall. Not super tall like guys. Like I think guys on the 6 feet, but he's tall. He's tall enough. And the last question that they asked him is this one: will Rean finally have a happy ending this time? And he says, I really like for him to be happy. He laughs. Well, at this time, I can't comment whether it's happy ending or not. What I'm saying is that with Rean sharing all those happy moments, rough time with him as one of the creators, I really like him to be happy. He will be sad if it didn't work out for him after all this time. Estelle and Lloyd both have this positive after hot-blooded strain. Rean also has them, but also some negative qualities as well. He has some power and sort of instill separate for his own will. Yeah, he's talking about the demon, the demon power he's talking about here. He does have a very dark side to his character. So as to what kind of ending to give such a character, we need to be considerate. Or maybe sympathize. That's not one answer. With that said, I think we're prepared our best for the finale, and I hope you enjoy playing through it. And there you go, guys. These are the questions that Kondo was talking about and giving us answer to before they showed the gameplay on the stream. If you guys want to see that stream that I'm talking about right now, go to my link below. I break down all the gameplay section. Basically, I gave my own opinions and thoughts. You guys want to hear it. And this is just him before the gameplay revelation, just him, answering some questions. This is actually some really good questions to say the least. The first one, the what scene that left a good impression, the which character he was most attached to, which is Rean, to my surprise. But hey, it's just opinion. We all gotta take it. He's Kondo, he's a cool guy, he's Santa Claus, so hey, there you go. Alright guys, this is all the new stuff that I have about Ⅳ-THE 4. Something new is like dropping right now, so there might be more stuff coming up tomorrow. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give a like on it. I do appreciate all the support. If you guys haven't seen any of my other videos, they're all in the description down below. The stream, some Ⅳ-THE 4 news that I reviewed the other day. There's a lot of new information coming out recently. So the comments are fantastic. Subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. There's gonna be, I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna have one more vid for tomorrow Sunday. So subscribe. You don't want to miss it. Become fantastic. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Gotcha.